Chapter 1. Master your emotional self. The law of irrationality. You may think you are in control of your life, carefully charting your course, but often, without realizing it, your emotions hold sway over you. These emotions make you gravitate towards ideas that boost your ego and seek out evidence that reinforces existing beliefs. Your mood influences what you see and believe, creating a disconnect from reality that leads to poor decisions and negative patterns in life. Rationality is about counteracting these emotional effects, thinking rather than reacting, and embracing reality over feelings. It is a skill to be cultivated, unlocking your potential. The inner Athena. In 432 BC, Athens was presented with a dire ultimatum from its rival, Sparta, threatening war unless peace terms were agreed upon. Sparta, a military state, was the opposite of the democratic, commercial power that was Athens. The Athenian assembly, where all male citizens could debate, was in turmoil, divided between those who wanted to attack and those who favored peace. Amidst this heated debate, Pericles, an elder statesman, addressed the assembly. Unlike traditional leaders, Pericles was more a philosopher than a politician, known for his rationality and calm demeanor. Pericles had descended in Athenian politics by aligning with the lower and middle classes, earning their trust through genuine empowerment in the democratic process. As his influence grew, he favored consolidation over expansion, aiming for strategic victories with minimal loss. His policies led to prosperity, and he used surplus funds to transform Athens into a center of beauty and culture, commissioning works like the Parthenon, dedicated to Athena, the goddess of wisdom, embodying the rationality he valued. His style of speech was calm and logical, convincing the assembly with reason rather than emotion. Despite staying in power for decades, Pericles faced accusations of dictatorship and atheism, but his results spoke for themselves. As he addressed the assembly regarding war with Sparta, he proposed a novel strategy of defense through patience and minimal confrontation, urging Athenians to avoid rash actions that could compromise their rationality. Initially, the war did not unfold as Pericles envisioned. The Spartans grew bolder, and Athens became discouraged. A plague devastated the city, including Pericles, whose death left Athens without rational leadership. The assembly, driven by emotion rather than rationality, succumbed to internal conflicts and poor decisions, leading to the eventual downfall of Athens. Pericles understood that fellow politicians, though believing themselves rational, were often driven by base emotions like greed and ambition. They were clever but not aligned with the greater good. Pericles' unique approach was to cultivate rationality as an ideal, aligning his decisions with the benefit of Athens. Rationality became his guiding principle, allowing him to foster unity and prosperity. Understand. You may think you are rational, but often your decisions are swayed by emotions. Rationality is a skill to be honed through practice. The inner voice of reason, your own Athena, can only guide you if you free your mind from emotional burdens. Cultivate rationality by questioning your emotions, expanding your thinking, and remaining open to diverse ideas. Over time, you can develop a rational mindset, seeing answers others miss. Keys to human nature. When faced with failure, we often look outward for blame, avoiding introspection. This deflection intensifies emotions, preventing learning from mistakes. Our irrationality, driven by emotions, blinds us to the true causes of our failures. The crash of 2008 exemplifies this, where a collective irrationality led to poor decisions fueled by greed and denial. Understand. Rationality requires acknowledging our inherent irrationality. Emotions evolved for survival, but now they often clash with our cognitive abilities. This split creates internal friction, making it difficult to learn from our emotions. By understanding this, you can begin to manage your irrational tendencies. Step 1. Recognize the biases. Our thinking is skewed by biases rooted in the pleasure principle. Recognizing biases like confirmation bias and conviction bias helps you detach emotions from decision-making, fostering rationality. Step 2. Beware the inflaming factors. High-grade emotions, triggered by external events or personal history, can lead to irrational actions. Recognizing these triggers allows you to manage your reactions, maintaining rational control. Step 3. Strategies toward bringing out the rational self. Despite our irrational tendencies, many have achieved high rationality, like Pericles and Lincoln. To cultivate rationality, know yourself intimately, increase reaction time, accept people as they are, and balance thinking with emotion. This balance, like a rider guiding a horse, channels energy into productive action. Love the rational. Rationality is not an ascetic pursuit but a path to deeper satisfaction and clarity. It empowers you, freeing you from emotional turmoil, and fosters creativity and control. Embrace this path, as Pericles did, valuing rationality as your guiding principle.